Hello everyone. Today I am going to install Oracle Database 19c in Docker container. I have already installed Oracle app in my laptop, and these are the resources I have allocated for the Docker app. So basically I am using 4 core of the CPUs, 4 GB of RAM, 2 GB of swap, and 59.6 GB of disk image size. So at first we need to clone the GitHub location of Oracle Docker image. So github.com/oracle/docker image is Oracle official GitHub location for the Docker image. So just click on clone and copy the location. And this is the location where I am going to store my GitHub clone. So just type git clone and the location. So once the clone is complete, I can see the Docker image directory. So just change directory to Docker image, and then within the Docker image directory, there are a lot of Oracle software. So Oracle Database, Oracle Data Integrator, Oracle Java, and all this stuff. So, and I'm interested in Oracle Database, so change directory to Oracle Database. There is a there is an option to install single instance and the rack database. So I am planning to install single instance database. So change directory to single instance. Now inside the single instance directory, there are directories like Docker file, sample, test. So let's change directory to Docker files. Now within the Docker files directory, there are Oracle versions. There are different versions of the Oracle files available. So in this case, I am going to change 19.3.0. Okay, so here are the shell scripts and the response file for installing Oracle Database 19.3.0. So at first, I need to download the Oracle Database 19.3.0 software from Oracle website, Oracle official website, and I have already downloaded it and stored in Oracle home directory, then software, then Oracle 19c, then Linux. This is the file Oracle installation binary file. So just copy it over here. Now I can check the DB installation response file. For that, I am going to use grep commands so that I can exclude the comments and the blank lines. So here are the attributes set for the database installation. Basically, we are installing Oracle database software only using this response file, and the Oracle base is provided by the Oracle environment variable, Oracle edition, Oracle home. These are these values are also provided by the Oracle environment variables. In the same way, let's check the DBCA database configuration assistant response file. So in this case, Oracle SID, Oracle PDB name, and Oracle password will be provided by Oracle environment variables, and the EM Express port is defined as 5500, and the template that is being used for the database creation is the general purpose DBC template, and total memory specified is a 2 GB. Now change directory to parent. Now you can see build image.sh shell script. So just execute build docker image.sh, and the version we are going to use is 19.3.0, and I'm going to use -e to represent the image that should be created is of the enterprise edition one. Now it may take around 5 to 10 minutes. You can see that Oracle Linux image is being pulled. And on top of Oracle Linux OS image, all the required RPM package is being installed. All required package installation has been completed. Now it is removing intermediate containers to save the space. Now it is extracting the Oracle19c source. Now source extraction has completed and launching Oracle database setup wizard has started. So I got few warning messages regarding inventory and the environment. Some prerequisite has failed. It doesn't match up. The installation has completed and there is an execution of aura inst root.sh and root.sh. It has been successfully executed. There is a message successfully set up software with few warnings. And these warnings are about the inventory and some prerequisite that has failed. There is a background process running for building image. Yeah, finally building image has completed and the image is tagged with the name oracle slash database colon 19.3.0 hyphen EE. And the build image it took is a 703 seconds. So it's around 11.5 minutes. Okay, now run the Docker container with the image file name. So if you run this command, basically Docker run and the name Oracle19c that gives the name of the Docker container. So Docker container that is being run, that is being executed is has name Oracle19c, and basically we are publishing local port 1521, binding our local port 1521 with the containers port 1521, and in the same way em express port 5500 is local port 5500 port is bind with the containers 5500 port, and oracle pdb name that is going to be created is named as orcl. Oracle password that we have provided for the system users is oracle underscore for you, and the oracle memory we have provided is a 200 2000 megabyte, and we have a volume mount that is a opt oracle oradata, and hyphen d denotes that we are running in the detached mode, so it will run in a background. And finally oracle slash database colon 19.3.0 hyphen e is the name of the image that we are going to run. So it returns the container ID. So if you check the docker ps, then you will notice that the health of the docker container is starting. So basically something is ongoing. So during the first run, it will create Oracle database. So if we check the Docker log, then we can see the Oracle database creation is ongoing. So to check the Docker log, we need to execute Docker logs -f, F for the continuous log, and the name of the container. Yeah, we can see that 8% of the database creation is completed, and right now it is copying database files. Okay, my database creation is completed, so I can try SQL Developer now. Though the pluggable database is still creation is in progress, I can try log into the database. So let's remove my older collection. Just click on yes. Okay, let's keep the name as a Docker sys dba. Let's set the password. Let's change the service name as a orcl cdb. Let's click on test. Test connection is successful, so let's connect. So I can check the number of pdbs. Right now there is only seed pdb. So once my orcl pdb is created, I can see the pdb also. Okay, it looks like my pluggable database has been created, so I can see the orcl pluggable database, and finally all the installation is completed. So now if I need to stop the container, docker ps to list all the running containers. So if I need to stop the container, docker container container stop, name of the container. And it took around hardly 15 seconds to stop the container. And if I need to start it, and it's started. And if I need to connect to the terminal, docker exec hyphen interactive tty and the name of the container. Yeah, here it is. So sql plus sys sysdba. Okay, let's check the service name. So it's orcl DNS ping DNS adapter to resolve. Okay, let's try SQL plus sys @ okay, it's connected. So pdbs, yeah, I can do it. So let's stop the container. Docker. Yeah, it's around 10 to 12 seconds. Okay, thank you for watching the video.